Oh, y'all ain't about to be catching Errol Spence slipping. Errol Spence looks like he's definitely training in tremendous shape, potentially facing Terence Crawford. You love to see it. That's what I want to talk about right here in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you guys come in, SLC, subscribe, like, and comment. Now, this is a picture that I stumbled across. Actually, it was sent to me by one of you guys. Shout out to Ego's Army. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button to become part of Ego's Army. You can hit the join button as well. And it looks like Errol Spence at a fitting room of Neiman Marcus. I don't know if he's doing a photo shoot or what the situation is, but one thing that I did notice, without a fight date, Errol Spence is already in shape. So I actually noticed this beforehand, before seeing this picture, because a video surfaced where Deion Sanders' son, he was joking with Errol Spence. Errol Spence said, "I'll sleep you, your big brother, your pops, Deion Primetime Sanders, etc." And despite Errol Spence, he had a t-shirt on, I could tell that he was in shape. You know, I've seen Errol Spence. I've covered his career over the years. I used to run into him at the fights when I was covering the fights live. And you could see, like usually in a man, you could see in a man's face what type of weight they are, or if they put on pounds, like, you know, at least that's how it works with me. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to see my face will be more full versus when I get in shape, you know, the face starts to draw out a little bit more. So this clip, you know, it makes me happy because I want to see the fight. And this is being a consummate professional when you don't have anything on the table, like as far as ready to go, signed, sealed, and delivered, yet you could be professional enough and mature enough to know that despite not having an actual date, an actual venue, maybe even not come to terms. Hopefully that's not the case, because we all want to see Spence versus Crawford. But apparently there are some potential like sticking points that haven't been finalized. There's some hurdles that haven't been jumped or hurdled, and you know, we'll see what plays out. It depends on, you know, that's how negotiations work. Depends on what both sides want, what the other person wants, and what's feasible and what's doable. Because, you know, it could be a situation where if one side wants something that's not doable, then it's not doable. The networks, at the end of the day, they're taking a risk. The promotion's taking a risk, so they got to make sure it makes sense for all parties, not just the fighters. You know, fighters, they're risking their lives, so I respect it. But the networks, they're going to want, it's a business, you know. So for a big fight, they want to make sure they're going to eat too, and everybody gets paid and everybody's happy. So I love this from Errol Spence. I really, truly do. And Errol Spence has really such a crazy story. You know, I wouldn't be surprised in the future if his career continues like how it's been continuing, that if they made like a movie or something, or did a documentary on Errol Spence, because he has quite the wild ride for him being his age, like early 30s or whatever the case is. And most notably, everybody knows the car accident, the car wreck. There's also something that Errol Spence is not fully declaring, if you will. He said he was on like 40%. His coach said he was on 40, 70% before the Danny Garcia fight. And I remember specifically hearing an Errol Spence interview, and he says, oh, some crazy, basically he made it sound like something crazy went on before the Danny Garcia fight, and maybe he'll talk about it after he retires. So it's obviously something that he doesn't want put out there before, you know, like who knows what it is. Did he black out or get knocked out in sparring? You know what I'm saying? Who knows, whatever the situation is. But he says maybe he'll talk about it once he retires. Definitely got me curious, but it's good to see Errol Spence bouncing back from what could have been a casualty, definitely something that was a tragedy. And it looks like, I'm not his dad or mentor or anything like that, but I want to say it looks like he's learned his lesson in terms of just letting his weight get out of get out of line and things like that in between fights. Because Errol Spence, he was on, I believe it was All the Smoke podcast, and he said himself that there were times, and I believe he referenced before Sean Porter unification, before the Mikey Garcia fight in front of 50,000 people. And keep in mind, the 50,000 fans, that was before his home state. Like, he was in Texas, and he admitted before both of those fights that his weight was upwards of 180, possibly 190. And, you know, at the end of the day, you're basically doing a fat camp for the first couple weeks of your training camp. Like, how can you really be working on strategy? So, you know, we've heard these stories before, Zab Judas and stuff like that. And Errol must have been feeling himself. You know, if I had to take a stab in the dark from the outside looking in, it looks like Errol was feeling himself, and he thought he can go away from some of the things that got him this far. And, you know, maybe the car wreck was a humbling experience, or, you know, just having anything like that that's near death, it'll probably make you reconsider your actions. You're really getting a second chance at life, a second chance at a career. And hopefully, you know, the point of being a man specifically is to go through something. We all make mistakes, but ultimately to learn from your mistakes and determine what works and what didn't work, and really discard the additional stuff. And it looks like Errol Spence has definitely worked towards doing that. You've seen him a lot more low key. You know, he's kind of with his people, his inner circle, his family, things like that. Maybe catch him at a fight, things like that. He looks like he's keeping his weight down. So I salute it. You know, I think so many people, when you make a mistake, especially a celebrity, because they're under a fine-tooth comb and under the microscope, is you see people make mistakes. Probably you made worse mistakes or equal mistakes, but you're not a celebrity and you didn't get caught for it. It wasn't blasted. But it's crazy. We live in a crazy world where you see people and they kind of overly judge situations, like, oh, so-and-so cheated, Tristan, you know, Thompson cheated on the Khloe Kardashian. But then you might have been in a relationship in your personal life where you cheated on your girl. But again, the difference is you're not an A-list celebrity. No one knows you. So your business, you know, at best, your community or local people on Facebook may know what you did. But when you're people like Errol Spence Jr., and you're in that public eye, your business becomes, quote unquote, everybody's concern and everybody's business, if you will, whether you like it or not, just because it's reported. You got paparazzi and TMZs and stuff like that. So for me, I like to see a young black man like Errol Spence Jr. and get a second chance at everything. We all want to see the Crawford fight, and I like to see an American champion show what boxing is really about. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. And Errol Spence looks like he's taking care of himself, looks to be healthy, and he looks like he has that going for himself. Hopefully we get the fight. I've seen recent videos and pictures really of Terence Crawford. He looks to be in shape. So both guys look like they're staying ready so they don't have to get ready. Let me know what you guys think. SLC, subscribe, like, and comment for more boxing news. I'm the best in the business, but you already knew that. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego, signing off. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.